So Marvel Studios took to Twitter to post a picture of almost all of the female characters from Avengers Endgame, along with the Russo brothers. And we have here the picture here, and it's you see the Russo brothers there, and then almost all of the female characters. And there's a couple problems that I have with this picture. The main problem that I have with this is the fact that there is someone who is really important missing from this picture. Can you guess who it is? I will give you a couple seconds. You probably have already figured it out. Yes, it is Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow. Why is she not in this picture with all of the female characters? And we've been seeing this a couple times already with other examples in the past that have happened already, where they seem to be kind of fading Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow, out of the picture. And I don't understand why. She is she's one of the most important characters up to this point in the MCU. She deserves to be on this picture more than some of these other characters do, and she's not here. And it's just frustrating because they even have here like a flex sign, which I don't know why they have that, because that's a sign of toxic masculinity and stuff. But who knows? Anyway, so we have here an article here that we're going to kind of dig through and stuff, because there's a couple things in here that I wanted to talk about. So one of the most rousing moments in Avengers Endgame comes in the hectic battle against Thanos and his cronies. Despite the chaos that's unfolding around them, when Captain Marvel suddenly finds herself with the Infinity Gauntlet in her hands and in need of some help to keep it away from Thanos, which she didn't really need help, because she could fly through an entire battleship. Why would she need help? It's no surprise then that Marvel took the chance to celebrate this coming together with the picture of all of the actresses together on set, which they have now uploaded to Twitter, except that it isn't all of the actresses, unfortunately. However, while the above image obviously provoked an impassioned reaction from most Marvel fans, quite a few were left upset and emotional about it. Why? Because Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow was absent, and as the first female superhero to be introduced to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they believed she should have been present. And so it gets even crazier down here. It says, like, let's see. Of course, there's a reason why Johansson wasn't in the picture, as Black Widow sacrificed herself at Vormir in order to get the Soul Stone, which isn't necessarily consistent, because it says here the people who should be really quite peeved at being absent from the picture are Colby Smulders and Tessa Thompson, as their characters are still present in the MCU. And Tessa Thompson was, in fact, during that fight and stuff at the end there as well. So why wasn't she involved in this picture? And then somebody decided to fix the picture by putting them in there, which is pretty awesome that they're in the front, because these are probably some of the best female characters in the MCU at this point. And then let's see here. During a recent interview with The Hollywood Reporter, co-director Anthony Russo admitted that the scene in question, which was the female Blitz scene, was only added in the reshoots, although they'd spent a long time previously trying to figure out exactly how to get an equivalent moment in. That's one of the ideas that stayed with us for a long time, and maybe we had tried different versions of it here and there throughout the story, and this was the particular specific version of that ended up working for the narrative. So basically, and this kind of frustrates me a little bit. Basically, they tried to find anywhere they could in the story for Avengers Endgame to cram in a moment where they have all the females coming together and stuff like that. I've already talked about in a previous video that I did, where I don't necessarily have a problem with that in isolation. I don't have a problem with the idea in isolation, but it has to work with the story. It has to be executed properly, and it wasn't executed properly in the movie. I'm sorry, it just wasn't. It was forced. And if you don't think that, then you're not paying attention to what's actually happening. There's a reason why it's in there, and it's not to benefit the story at all. It's not to enhance the characters, enhance the story. It's simply just to say, look, we have a bunch of women. Wow! Pat on the back, Marvel. Good job. And it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. A lot of these female characters are awesome. I love lots of these female characters, and they deserve better. They really do. And the fact that Black Widow isn't in this picture is really pretty sad. It really is. It feels like they're trying to fade her out of the story, or not fade her out of the story, but like fade her out of relevancy almost, because they're, and I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's because Black Widow doesn't really fit into the narrative that they're trying to push forward with women, because she's this really capable, strong female character that's been able to hold her own along with a bunch of other dudes and stuff. I don't understand. I really don't understand. I don't understand. I mean, I don't. Maybe it's because she's pre-identity politics era. I don't know. Anyway, I just think it's ridiculous. She deserves to be in this picture. She totally does. And even if she wasn't in this scene, they should have gotten her. They should have gotten a picture with her along with all these other women, just because she's earned that right. She's been in this universe for such a long time, and she is still one of the best female characters in superhero history, at least when it comes to movies and stuff, and there's no doubt about that. Anyway, like I said, I love so many of these female characters. I don't have a problem with hardly any of these. The only real female character that I really have a problem with right now is obviously this one right here. But besides that, like, I love all these female characters. I really do. I'm just looking at them right now, and it's like, they're all so awesome. They're all so awesome. But Scarlett Johansson still deserved to be in this picture. Tessa Thompson's missing. Why is she missing? It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense. They're basically the problem is that they don't really care in a certain sense, you know, when they post pictures like this. The only thing that they're really trying to do is project how amazing they are, that they are posting pictures of a bunch of female characters. That's pretty much all they're doing. They really don't care about anything else besides that. All they want to do is just project, virtue signal, and make themselves look like they are high and mighty Marvel Studios, and they have awesome women characters, which they do, but you don't need to go around preaching that and making it like into a big deal. Just give us awesome female characters and we'll be happy. We don't need you to try to be like, hey, look everybody, we have awesome female characters, look. It's just silly. It's silly. Anyway, those are just kind of my thoughts about this whole thing. In isolation, I don't really have a problem with this picture, but they should have included Black Widow in this picture, in my opinion. Let me know in the comments below what you think, and I will talk to you all very soon in another video. Talk to you later. Bye.